Boy, we might have somebody who might be on that list sometime soon. Jacob Lopez is with us here on A's Cast Live to lead it off. First time we've ever had you on the program. Thank you for coming on. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Well, you got to be feeling pretty good. You know, when you've got 24 scoreless innings under your belt, the way you've looked like the last 11 starts, just talk about the progress that you've made through the season and the feelings that you're having through this progress.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty long season, but just trying to, make the most out of every start, obviously. But, just keep pounding the strike zone is something that's really preached before every game. So if I could mix all 5 pitches, starting with the fastball, it just makes it pretty easy.
Let's think about where you've come from, right? You think like the last couple of years, you got a cup of coffee with the Rays, you get traded over here with Jeffrey Springs, and obviously you had to think you were going to get some type of opportunity. So when the trade was made and knew you're coming to the Athletics, what were your thoughts?
I mean, I was a little surprised, but just wanted to make the most of it. Like you said, there was a good opportunity, so I just had to keep working hard in the off season because I think I got traded in December. So I was all right. I got a real shot at having a good chance in the big leagues. So just made the most out of it.
And when those shots come, sometimes we're going to give you a chance to start, and then we're going to bring you out of the bullpen. So it's tough to gain that routine. I think back to that game in Texas where you didn't have your feel, like where you were then to compared to where you are now, completely night and day.
Yeah. I mean, are you talking about the one in May or?
Yes.
Yeah.
My
first start here. It was a tough one for sure. I mean, maybe it was just coincidental timing, but yeah, I've learned a lot this year, just really how to attack big league lineups.
Well, when I think about you and the way you pitch, to me, deception is your superpower. There's something the way you hide the baseball, then you're coming 3/4. Obviously, lefties don't see it for sure. Right-handers are not seeing it. I mean, the hitters tell you everything you need to know, whether they're barreling you up or not. Talk about your philosophy about pitching and going about getting hitters out.
For sure. I mean, I don't throw the hardest fastball, so and I have a unique delivery. So, but I still have that like kind of go right at you mentality, right? Like I'm going to throw my fastball right away and see how the hitter reacts. Is he on it? Is he behind it? Then I kind of go off. All right, do we want to mix him up with off speed? So it's fun. I have five options I could throw at them. So I just that's the fun part of pitching for me.
So much of this game, and we don't talk about it too much with the guys who throw super hard because they're just trying to blow everybody away, right? We talk about huff and puff and blow it. You're reading hitters. You're reading their swings. That talk about that because we don't hear a lot about that anymore.
I mean, I also gear up all 91, 92 and try to throw by some guy sometimes.
But when you have deception, your 91 starts to look like 94, 95.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. But, I mean, it's fun to be able to throw a fastball by someone when I can, but I can't do that all the time. So, yeah, I have to pay extra attention to how the swings look.
Now, the one thing that when you throw from where you are, sometimes you can get under the ball and not on top of the ball. Do you have checkpoints with your pitching about making sure you stay on top of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, with my mechanics, since I'm cross body and, lower arm slot, if things get out of hand, they could get out of hand pretty quickly. And, arm side misses. So I just really have to figure that out early in the game. And, if I'm missing arm side really bad, do my best to maybe go glove side and try to rehone the strike zone. So
yeah, because sometimes you can, unfortunately, sidewinders can kind of lose it pretty quick, and then all of a sudden it began. Because a key for you, like all pitchers, but such a key for you, we talked to Scott Emerson about this yesterday right here on A's Cast Live, was about you throwing strikes and winning, getting to 0-1, 0-2, 1-2, and how devastating you are. Talk about getting into those counts, and boy, how much that helps you.
Yeah, I think everyone that takes the ball and gets on the mound wants to throw strikes early, first pitch strikes, win 1-1s. So, I learned a cutter last year, and because, the four seam honestly isn't in the strike zone too much. So I wanted a hard pitch on righties that could get in the strike zone more than the four seam. So I learned that pitch, and it's helped out a lot.
And I think about that for someone from where you're throwing it. How hard is it to do that? Because once again, and we don't want to get too much into getting around the ball versus on top of the ball, but you definitely have to be, if we're talking about slider, curveball, cutter, you have to stay on top of the baseball.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've thrown the same slider since I was, young, 13 years old. I've never changed the grip. So I've got a really good feel for that pitch. But just like the cutter, it's something like every start to start, I'm tinkering within the bullpen a little bit with the preset with the wrist and everything. So yeah, it's just another thing to work on.
You had a phenomenal outing here at the ballpark in West Sacramento against Philadelphia, and I just kind of noticed the confidence that you had. And then, there was some time like after that, starts weren't as good, but now this stretch, yes, we can talk about release point, we can talk about getting ahead of hitters, but so much of this game is mental. What's different for you right now in this stretch where you haven't given up a run in 24 innings? And really, we can go back to the last 11 starts.
I mean, just it's really that simple as attacking hitters and making good pitches when I do get ahead in the count. But just trust what Shea and Willie throw behind the dish, whatever pitch they call, and just go full conviction with it.
Oh, that is huge. You got to believe in what you're going to do, and you got to believe in your catcher. I'm glad you bring that up, because the one thing that we do know about Shea Langeliers, because everybody right now is talking about his ability to hit the baseball, and he's having a phenomenal year offensively. Sure. But the work that these guys do, they have to study a lot. They need to know the opposing hitters. They've got to know you. They got to know your strengths and weaknesses. So just talk about that trust in Shea Langeliers and his ability to study and what he brings from a standpoint of being behind the plate.
Yeah, there's not enough that could be said with what the guys do behind the dish. They get here a few hours before the game and they're prepping how we're going to attack the lineup for every single guy, and the staff, all 13 of us. So, I mean, I feel like they study the hitters more than we do because they're the ones calling the pitches at the end of the day. So, yeah, those guys just, the ultimate grinders.
I think at the past 2 years in Tampa and then in the start of this year, you were probably one of those you never knew after each start whether you were going to be here or not. What does it mean to you now to know that no matter what, the way you're throwing the ball, you're here, you're not going anywhere, you're in this rotation?
I mean, I'm still not comfortable to that point. I think
Well, you should be, because you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, you got to be confident. I mean, my whole career, I was drafted in the 26th round, so I've always had that chip on my shoulder to, I got to be the best guy out there. So, yeah, just, still outing till the season's over and just do as best as I can.
All right, what is the best part of this season for you? Like the best part of being in the big leagues and knowing you're a big leaguer and you're in the big leagues?
Probably the team playing. It's really cool just to be able to hang out with the guys.
How much have you enjoyed pitching in this ballpark?
I mean, I felt like I don't want to jinx anything, but I pitched pretty well here. So, it's just another ballpark.
Yeah, we try to tell people, it was like, oh, you can't pitch here. I'm like, what do you mean you can't pitch here? There's certain guys out there. Look at the way – when I think about Jeffrey Springs, another guy who's throwing the ball well here, when you look at a veteran guy, whether it's Springs, Severino, who is the guy you go to talk to and talk shop?
I mean, Sevy's good to talk to every now and then. I don't want to bug him too much, but I've been with Jeffrey for the past couple of years. Yeah. He rehabbed in Durham for a month and spring training with the Rays. So he's a lefty. So he's, a guy that I always try to go to, pick his brain every day.
By the way, let's end on this. How good was it to do that against your former team last night?
Yeah, I mean, they put up 4 runs on me 2 months ago. So back in Tampa. So this one, it felt good. Just, it's always nice competing against familiar faces.
Well, keep doing what you're doing, because we're going to talk a lot about you today, not only on this show, but on NBC. All of a sudden, look out. You're a part of this Rookie of the Year conversation.
I don't know about that.
I'm telling you, it's coming out. Obviously Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson. Just how does it feel knowing that your name is now being bantered about American League Rookie of the Year?
It's nice, but I'm not really focused at all. 0% about that. Just going to keep pitching.
Well, hey, thank you for coming on the program. We appreciate it. You're good to go, and
awesome.
We look forward to having you again. Right. A lot more here on A's Cast Live, awesome. And then all the way through spring training and everything. You be well.
All right, thank you.
Jacob Lopez right here on A's Cast Live.